Hello. I will be going over the installation of the rmrcc to the FN509 compact MRD. Okay, I used to have this RMR on there, and this is the one I want to use, the MRD, the old one. The biggest difference is, oh, I can see myself. I don't like that. Is that the window, if you look at it, it's smaller, but also it's up higher. So this will obscure more your iron sights than this one. So when you put this guy on, it's very close to being flush, but you still got pretty good co-witness right there. Once you bolt it down, you don't really see the housing at all. So when I looked at other mounts that you can get, there's one that I found some pretty good pictures of. It's basically what they did with this one. It's overhanging over the slide like this. Take this off. It overhangs the slide just a little bit, but what that tells me is that since we have less window up higher, when it overhangs, we won't get to see anything for co-witnessing. This is going to be hard with one hand, I'm sorry. I don't know if that makes sense. We'll figure it out in a minute. Sorry guys, but there. It'll cover up the whole thing. So I wanted to make a mount that didn't do that. From the pictures that I saw on Trijicon's site a while back, I saw how thick the plate was that they made, and it facilitated, I guess, mounting this RMR to this pistol. And with the other one that I saw, it also fit, but they had to shove it up there pretty high because the way that the hole pattern is on the slide, you have 4 holes, but the only ones that can get close to mounting this are these back ones, the closer together ones. Because if you put these here, you can see here, they are too, if you put it all the way back, those are too far back. If you put it all the way forward, they're too far apart. So that's why I made my mounting plate. Okay, and it looks like, oh, I don't know, I like the honeycomb, so I put honeycomb, but I made it so that it accepts the OEM placement for the O-ring. You see that? So it's the same like the factory. One O-ring. And also the cut of it fits into the slide the same. It's got that little staple shape, so it fits right in there. So what I do is I put the O-ring. This is really tight right now. I place this baby down here, like so. There. And you can see it's very close to being flush, but it's still recessed enough. The only reason that this is so thick is because I wanted to use the screws that came with the slide when you ordered your 509. So they're just barely gonna, I mean, I measured these things and they fit. So you put the screws in, and I'll do that right now real quick. I'm gonna bore everybody. Doing this one-handed is not easy. So you screw that in, put the O-ring in there, put the screws on, right? And this is all stuff that came with the stuff that you bought. You don't have to buy anything else. I don't have to give you anything else. I don't have to do anything wrong. It already came with what you already bought from FN. At this point is what we're using, the stuff that came with FN. And these little guys go into the little countersink like that. And because of the way that this actually mounts in general, the rmrcc mounts in general, you have to use this plate so that it gives you that full seal when you put this onto this. Okay. Now when we put this onto this, again, it's a tight fit because I wanted everything to be as tight as possible, but it will fit in that recess. And what that does, because firstly it's not overhanging and it fits in that recess, and we get not a perfect co-witness, but better than what it would have been. That little bit of space helps. I don't know how much that matters to you guys, but I want to get everything as, I mean, I guess this is compact. I want it to be as compact as possible. That's why I spent money on this guy instead of staying with this guy, which is good. I had this for years, but I didn't like that when I had this on here, it kind of, the mount for this one kind of went over the slide and over these serrations. So I kind of was grabbing more of this than the serrations. And that's what I like about this guy, is that this little one, is that when I put it on, the serrations actually are under it. I don't know if that makes sense. I can grab the serrations, not the optic. So you put your O-ring, you put the mount or the plate, and then you put your sealing plate, I think is what they call it. Center that little thing on there pretty good because it has, you know, it has a lot of play. The posts are made just for this, but this plate was made to have some play, which is good. Some play is good. And then we'll just screw this bad boy on. And the plate, I keep saying that it's stainless because it's important that it's stainless. It's a harder metal than the screws. So I think the only reason I was able to get away with this design is because the plate is stainless, that I won't strip out the threads on the plate. So you can tighten this thing down, and I've tried it. I've been doing some destructive testing with this thing. I would strip out the screws but not the mount. So I would just take a tap and just clean out the threads, and this thing was good to go. I'm not saying that you guys should do that. I mean, if you want to, you can. But this is why I feel that I got away with this design and other people can't. Because firstly, machining is hard. And doing it with aluminum would make the threads weaker than the screw. So the screw would be, you know, I would rather replace the screw than my mount, or send my mount in and then wait for them to say if I deserve a refund or not, and you know, or I would rather get this mount rather than sending my slide in and having half a gun for who knows how long, especially with lead times now. So I'm getting kind of boring, but this is why I made this mount. The holes, more than just looking cool, I thought it would be cool if it didn't weigh as much as if it didn't have the holes. I don't know, that might bother some people. I like the holes. If you don't like the holes, I guess I could make one without the holes. And I bought some bluing. I might blue this because right now I don't have the volumes to send them for like a coating or something, but this is my offering. I hope you guys like it. I'm trying to get it to focus on my co-witness. It's just there. It's just there. So this is what I will be running now. My rmrcc on my FN509 compact MRD. I like it. And with this mount I feel that I like it more. So thank you very much for watching the video. If you have questions, please don't hesitate. I will be here. Bye.